Lonely, tired, lifeless, even clumsy, that's what MU fans say about Andre Onana, who at the beginning of the season even thought would be the perfect replacement for De Gea. However, after just a few months, especially in early 2024, Onana transformed to quickly return to her form when he was playing for Inter Milan. So, what is the reason for the decline of the Cameroonian player? How did you overcome the current difficulties? Can he maintain his current form until the season ends? Right here will be the answers to all of the above questions. It can be said that the match against Galatasaray in this year's C1 group stage was Onana's darkest moment. A literal hell was created on Ali Sami Yen Stadium. At that time, the reporter even filmed Onana still sitting alone on the field while his teammates had gone to the locker room. After the final whistle blew, Onana threw his gloves to the ground, then raised his hands to his face. The Cameroonian player even pulled his shirt up over his head as if he wanted to escape this cruel world, a world that left him standing alone that day, a world where his teammates don't even come out to support or encourage him. However, it is hard to blame them when, with this draw, the team from Turkey completely eliminated Man United from the European playground. An unforgettable defeat for a team that is always considered a regular guest of C1 like Man United. For Onana, this season's European campaign was a heavy failure, especially when he was a goalkeeper who shone brightly in C1 last season. A goalkeeper brought Inter Milan to the final match of C1 against Man City. He was even praised by coach Pep Guardiola after the match ended, but within the next 5 months, Onana gradually became a topic, discussed by the media, and at the same time became the target of malicious memes after a series of poor results. Although Erik ten Hag has affirmed that he will not blame him for silly mistakes, teammates, especially young teammates, Onana is gradually becoming a symbol of weakness. According to The Athletic, a young player even asked Onana a rather rude question during a training session, which was, "Are you going to save the ball or not?" Also, according to sources close to Onana, he also shared, "I don't understand what is happening to me anymore. Before, I was always confident about my abilities, but now, I constantly make mistakes, and I've even lost my confidence." They even said that, even in the way he moves, he no longer shows the image of talented Onana before moving to Man United. From being called the gloved playmaker, a nickname given by Pep Guardiola after the C1 final that took place in Turkey a few months ago, Andre Onana had to go through the worst first half of the season in history. The club, and even his teammates, said that it would be better if MU kept De Gea. However, that was the story of a few months ago, and at the present time, just like De Gea, who had a rough start, Onana is starting to show positive changes in his playing style as well. Like your achievements. That's why Erik ten Hag continues to trust him. In the first 3 months of this year, the Cameroonian goalkeeper was included in the press's list of the best United players. Through each match, fans began to see great saves, along with an image of a glove-wearing playmaker like when he was at Inter Milan. Since then, even the most demanding fans have begun to change their view of the Cameroonian goalkeeper. At the moment, he is doing very well. He had great matches in the EPL. It can be seen that he is improving every day, Erik ten Hag shared about his student after the FA Cup match against Nottingham Forest. If there is one person that Onana must be grateful to at Man United, it would definitely be Erik ten Hag, because he was the one who convinced Manchester United's leadership about him for the current season to support his solid play and possession of the ball this season, partly because he saw in Onana what De Gea lacked. In addition, Erik ten Hag also affirmed that Onana's long passes can help Man United successfully break through the opponent's pressing block. If there is any doubt about Onana's talent this season, we can hear a statistic that will make Man United fans feel happy. Specifically, according to The Athletic, Onana was a participant in 3 passing situations that could result in a shot this season, and 2 phases resulted in goals. The most outstanding of these was the match against Man City, in which Onana completely defeated the opponent's pressing block with an accurate pass to Bruno Fernandes. Onana's first season in the Premier League serves as a prime example of how different the numbers can be from what we see on the field. According to The Athletic, statistics show that the Cameroonian goalkeeper is one of the best names in the Premier League this season. To prove its point, The Athletic used a statistic called expected goals on target, a statistic that will help us see how many goals Onana prevents compared to regular goalkeepers. After comparing, The Athletic found that from the beginning of the season until the end of 2023, Onana is the goalkeeper with the largest gap between the number of goals conceded and the number of expected goals on target. That shows that despite Onana's not-so-smooth start in the Premier League this season, he is still a pretty average goalkeeper. He even helped the home team prevent an average of 3 more shots per match. At the beginning of this year, Onana started to be more cautious, which caused him to return to his previous position, especially when considering the number of shots and the quality of the shots. Another interesting statistic about Onana is that he has performed 8 successful aerial duels in the Manchester Derby, more than any other goalkeeper this season. Also, according to the Athletic's statistics, De Gea had 14 aerial duels up to his final season in Manchester United's shirt. This is clearly not a lucky performance because Onana is the player who faces more crosses than any other Premier League goalkeeper this season. Next, he is also the person who does this best in the current MU squad. Eric Steele, Sir Alex Ferguson's goalkeeping coach, shared with the media, "He is following the path of David and even Peter Schmeichel. Maybe the first few months will be difficult, but we need to understand why." Onana comes from Italy, a place with a very different pace and playing style from Man United. There really isn't a league as diverse as the Premier League. A few weeks ago, a team could play against a team full of young stars and possession-based football like Liverpool, Brighton, and Aston Villa. But just a few weeks later, this same team will have to face counter-attacking teams. Then the 74,000 spectators coming to the stadium will want the home team's goalkeeper to make sure of saves, something that made them spend tens of millions to bring that goalkeeper home. The season is still very long ahead. Andre Onana still has a lot of things to improve, especially her blocking ability. However, with what he has shown so far this season, we can absolutely say that Andre Onana is gradually improving a lot, thereby proving to Man United fans that he is not a failed experiment for Man United this season, although Cameron was not able to advance deeply in the AFC this year. Since returning from the AFC, Onana has shown rapid progress in the wooden goal of Man United this season. His teacher, Coach Eric Steele, can also clearly feel that, "I can see he has improved when he returned from AFC. We know what talents he has, plus he has the ability to pass the ball well, something that is needed in a modern goalkeeper like Ederson or Alisson." When looking at him standing 36 meters away from the audience's fence, many people will wonder why he is standing so far away. But in modern football, this is the right way, and Onana has enough confidence to do it.